if I, look at this sign over here, I guess I just took a piece of interstate, piece of highway. I had to take this piece of highway because I had to make my way across the railroad track to get to West Milan. I think I found the main entrance to the cemetery. Check it out. Wow. This is Cimitero Maggiore, major cemetery. Huge. On that sign over there you see my next target, San Siro, the name of the neighborhood, also the name of a very well-known stadium. You see a football symbol. There we go, the famous stadium in the neighborhood of San Siro. First glimpse of it today. Well, I'm gonna go there, so you'll see a lot more of it. Okay, welcome to the stadium over here. I say the stadium because depending on which team you root for, this stadium has two names. Take a quick look at my sheet paper here. If you're a fan of Internazionale soccer club, then you call the stadium Stadio Giuseppe Mazzea. Yeah? But if you're rooting for AC Milan, you just call it San Siro Stadium. Now, of course, this is an icon of Milan. I'm not a soccer fan at all, but it is an interesting place, obviously, to visit. It has 80,000 seats. It's one of the largest stadiums in Europe. It also hosts concerts, by the way. And yesterday, I was already here with one of my travel companions. We took the subway over here. I saw online that actually yesterday and tomorrow Bruce Springsteen was supposed to give a concert here, but that was cancelled. I'll do a 360 in time lapse. I'm not going to go into the stadium, obviously, but it's an icon in the soccer world, so it's fun to pay a visit here. Gift shop is over here. It's also one of the entrances, of course, for the supporters. Those stands, I am not sure if those belong to homeless people, or maybe because some people, are here very early for a concert that still has to take place. I will take that alleyway over there, and yesterday me and my travel companion walked there as well. We found it kind of an iffy kind of alley, not really worthy of being next to one of the, next to the stadium of two of the biggest soccer clubs in Europe. But you'll see that for yourself. But yeah, the stadium is really big. Inside right now, they're setting up a huge stage. We could see that yesterday for an Italian artist called, let's see, Vasco Rossi, I think his name is. He's gonna give 7 concerts here very soon. Right behind the gas station, right there, is the stadium. This is Via Harar, or maybe it changed names by now. There is a really cute tram track over here. Here's a tram. I have a green light, so let's go. And apparently, on this side of Via Harar is a less developed area with petty crime here and there. Let's check it out. That will also lead me a little more to the south, to the area of Giambellino-Lorenteggio, which also has a reputation. So I'm going to check that out too. So let's explore. Okay, I do see a slight vibe change in this area. That is true. Pretty dense. A lot of apartment buildings. For sure. What's going on right there? Seems to be a gathering of some sort. Sure. It looks like some kind of a social gathering, you know, just hanging out. Hanging out. I like this roundabout. Pretty decent size. Lots of buildings surrounding it, residential buildings. Yeah. Via Lorenteggio road construction. Let's check it out. That does look like some serious road construction for sure. Ooh, wow. It's a big square. Jeez, wow. Check it out. And this road over here, as we will soon see, as in right now, is the Via Lorenteggio. So, as I understood it, Giambellino and Lorenteggio are two distinct neighborhoods, but they're kind of merged together. They're very populous, and there are definitely shabby pockets in here, is what I read. 29 degrees Celsius. I really like these, let's say, avenues, these Italian avenues. I lived in Italy for a while, and I got a lot of memories popping up during the trips over here. Bologna had similar streets. Love this. Nice weather, residential buildings. This is what I'm talking about, and I also remember from Bologna. People hanging out on the balconies. We used to have a balcony too, when I was there as a student. It is a dense neighborhood. That's exactly what it was known for online as well, very populous. Yeah. And these little bars, you know, at the ground floor of these apartment buildings. We used to have a bar there as well for the coffee. Pizzeria. Nice. I mean, I live in an apartment building myself, but also Amsterdam, where I'm from, my home city in the Netherlands, you know, is a populous city with a high population density. It's just that the apartment building I live in is much grayer. This looks somehow more attractive. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know. I like it better than the apartment building that I live in back in Amsterdam, for sure. The street that we're at right now is actually called, I'll show you right now, the Via Giambellino. Right there, Via Giambellino. Yeah, so I don't know exactly where the border is between Giambellino and Lorenteggio, But here it says Autorimisa Giambellino bus yard in Giambellino. Here's the bus yard. So apparently we're now in Giambellino. Could very well be. Well, let's explore Giambellino then. Break right over there. Just observing everyday life here. It's laundry day today. I see at least 3 people dealing with laundry on the balconies. Sooner or later, in every video that I put on YouTube, I reflect on how cool I think it is to experience everyday life away from the city center. I mean, if you think Milan, you think Duomo, fashion, expensive stores, right? But that's just the city center. The majority of the area of the city is everyday life. And I've not seen anything related to fashion or expensive stores in the last 4 hours. I've only seen everyday life. And that's so cool. Fellow cyclists right here, enjoying. That's right, obviously. Cool, right on, brother. It's getting more upscale again here. That's for sure, as we're moving closer to the city center. And look at this, what a coincidence. I had not planned for this. My favorite tiles are back. Oh, the joy. Jeez. Well, that's enough. All right. This looks familiar. I was here yesterday. Yes. But I think there was a market here. But quite coincidentally, I end up on this side of the canal, whereas yesterday I ended my inline skating trip right there, on that very bridge on the other side of the canal. That's why I shot my, at least symbolically, very last scene of that inline skating trip. This scene that I put on the screen right now. As you can see, there is a market going on right there. It would have been probably close to impossible to do some inline skating there, so I timed the inline skating trip yesterday very well, apparently. Yeah, what are the odds? I mean, you know, I'm here anyway. This is a very popular hangout district. As you can see, yesterday there were fewer people. So there's a market now, so yeah. A lot of bars and restaurants. And yesterday, what I did was inline skating along this canal over here. Let's see if I can get a better spot. Yeah. But boy, that was awful. Started all the way in the back there, on this side, but the tiles were terrible. So you see that little bridge halfway? I, crossed the canal with the inline skates and continued along this side. Yesterday that was fine because there were very few people. Today it would have been not so cool to do some inline skating here. I tell you that when I'm in the city abroad, this is not really the type of activity that I prefer, hanging out at a market like this. Let's get out of here, for sure. This is the inner ring road of Milan. So the ring road around the central region. I decided to take this as it's easy cruising. And I really didn't want to have kilometers of cobblestones and tiles. I've had my share over the last 3 days in both Torino and Milan. The Viale Toscana it's called. I just noticed that. Viale Toscana, after the province of Tuscany. Extremely popular for vacations. People from all over Europe go there. It's gorgeous, the province of Tuscany. Tuscany started just south of Bologna, where I lived 25 years ago. Beautiful hills. I mean, it's all that. Tuscany, it really is. So a lot of families also from the Netherlands, they go there for a few weeks during the summer break. So a lot of these cities in Europe used to have city gates. Bologna, where I live, had them too, and Milan has them too. Yesterday I ended my inline skating trip at Milano Porto Genova, and here is Milano Porta Romana, so the one referring to the capital of Italy, Rome. So there used to be a city gate here, and usually the name refers to the city that could be reached if one would exit that city gate. So I'm at the south side of the city center, so it actually makes sense that Rome could be the ultimate destination for a road leading south from here, because Rome is a long distance to the south. I made my way to the neighborhood of Corvetto, and that will be my last neighborhood from the list of potentially iffy neighborhoods in Milan, Italy. Especially around the station, it's supposed to be a little bit iffy, probably mostly at night. Although I also read reports from real estate agents saying that, you know, some parts of Corvetto are really nice, but some are not. And here is actually the Corvetto station, right here to my left, the subway station, Corvetto. I mean, yeah, it's different again from the neighborhoods I just dissected after Giambellino. That's for sure. It's a different flavor again. Let's see. Different parts, different flavors. Yeah. Check out that Corvetto gravity sign there. I just noticed it. Yeah, so let me give you a 360. All right, leaving Corvetto, the last one on my list of potential iffy neighborhoods. I am gonna go back to where I started. So I just noticed this really dark cloud over here. That doesn't look promising at all. Sure, I knew rain was gonna be here at 4. So yeah, 3. But I think I'm gonna hurry a little bit. That does not look very promising, that dark cloud. I think a few kilometers from my final destination. So hey, maybe I'll pull it off. The cloud just moved in front of the sun and it got dark. All of a sudden I have to ignore some red lights here. I've been ignoring some red lights actually all over the place today. I call that an Amsterdam, because we do it all the time in Amsterdam. I'm not saying it's good, don't get me wrong. It's a habit. It is not easy to get rid of, for sure. I was too intense in my biking. Chain fell off. All right. Fixed. Yeah, those skyscrapers in the back, I recognize those. They're close to my final destination. All right, we made it. I heard some thunder even. So I'm just in time. I'm in the park close to my final destination. I hope you enjoyed today's trip. We visited some iffy neighborhoods, some contrasting neighborhoods. It was a very interesting flavor of everyday life in Milan, far away from the fashion and the city center and the Duomo. Let me just quickly check the statistics here. I did 53 kilometers and I was away for almost 6 hours. So I hope you enjoyed this video and see you at the next Wheels Abroad video. Okay, you wonder perhaps what I'm doing. This is Milan, Italy, 6:20 on a Monday morning. Slight rain. Here's the deal. I did my biking trip in Milan yesterday, but it was a public holiday, so I could not return the bike nor pick it up actually. So I rented it for 2 days, picked it up on Saturday, and now I'm returning it, and I have to do that very early because I have a plane to catch. So I made an arrangement with the bike shop that I can leave the bike locked at a pole in front of the store. And that is why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. But it was very much worth it. It was an awesome trip yesterday.